got ourselves team 2 together with Bakey in the back as a good old Feral Druid. We got Chill Pills with a good old Night Elf. Chill Pills can be a Night Elf? Bro, a Night Elf. That is so weird. Cast the Lord chilling on their Gladiator Mount. Reverence in the back as well as Chicago. TKO as an enhancement Shaman. We got ourselves Altis over on team 2. We got ourselves Bocce Desu. We got ourselves Supreme Kai, Wolfie, and Zikala. Gonna be first up as an undead survival hunter. Starting off with a flayed shot versus Chill Pills. Where is your pet? Oh, you do have a pet. It's a slime. It is literally the slime. AMS up for Chill Pills. It's gonna get a stun onto Zikala. Trying to go for the big grippy hand, just trying to stay near him. It's literally on the lip of the ramp, and it's gonna be Zikala trying to see if they can break away. Do they have a turtle shell? It's gonna go for a turtle shell lane. That has a dot on him. It's not gonna be enough to melt them. It's gonna have to find a way to CC Chill Pills in order to get himself a little bit more survivability. Freezing trap waiting for him. Feign death, but it's the real death. Wolfie gonna be up next, and it's gonna be a death strike out of Chill Pills, sacrificing his gold, catching up on a lot of health. Zikala came in, trying to see if they can make a play here. Gonna be a juke onto Wolfie, trying to see if he can walk and Chill Pills, and he actually shadow melded. What is this? He literally shadow melded. Wolfie looking for Chill Pills, did not realize for a second until he had shadow meld, and literally saw the Chill Pills was nowhere to be found. I feel like Chill Pills could have saved that shadow meld for a while. I don't think Wolfie would have been able to figure out where you at, but Chill Pills probably, you know what Wolfie knows, he knows. A Chill Pills the Night Elf really turning around and slamming down big obliterates onto Wolfie with a stun. Is that going to be tricking out of the Shaman? It is going to be tricking with the silence as the sun comes out. Chill Pills might have to rotate defenses. That is going to be one strike. Second stun to follow onto Wolfie as they're dropping down. Massive Wind Fury damage potentially. Chill Pills taking a bit of damage. AMS up. It's going to get a blind. Wolfie use that very defensively. Dark Pack, or Death Pack rather. Necrotic and out a portion of his health, making sure to land a chain of ice onto Wolfie, but does have a lot of his health caught back up at the very least. Waited out for the Earth Elemental, and Wolfie has Chill Pills a little bit on the run as Chill Pills playing a little bit defensively here. 30 seconds until Pillar Frost is back up as he gets himself a full flash scout up and running. Wolfie is still slow, but those chains of ice could have ghosted Wolf over to Chill Pills, but the slows are so brutal actually. When you think about it, Death Knights have one of the best slows in the game when you think about it. Chain of Ice is massive. Sunder onto Chill Pills, unable to bust through the flesh of the green marble covering Chill Pills. Holds strong. It can't take an impact damage from Wolfie with those big maces combined with the elemental damage. Chill Pills going for the big damage. Stun to Wolfie. Got himself the grippy hand. Everything. It's going to be a silence on the Wolfie, unable to cast a heal. Chill Pills does end up smacking him down with the Abomination Limb. And next up is going to be Altis opening up with an AMS into immediate silence for Chill Pills. Got a grippy hand of his own. Chill Pills trying to see if he can blind him out. It's going to be tricking for Altis as he got himself grippy hand. Still unable to catch up for Chill Pills. It is going to keep chasing after him, but you are a Frost Death Knight. Chill Pills has the same ability as you do. Chain of Ice is the only thing you can really use to slow the enemy down, but you can't really speed yourself up. So better Chain of Ice him early. It is going to be chains exchange for both of them, as Altis is still holding on to his flesh scarf. I'm pretty sure this man is not playing a dual wield build. He has to be an actual two-hand. He's just using the artifact weapon, right? It looks like he's kind of just like running circles around Chill Pills. Is he just not confident that he could win? Maybe he just has him on the ropes. Altis down on offensive coolness for a bit. Besides the dragon, Chill Pills is getting some CDs back very, very soon. Can you recover? He needs a little bit of healing here, but Altis not really doing enough damage where Death Strikes can amp up the healing too much. Triples could go for a Lichborn and try healing himself. I wonder if you go for a Lichborn, can the other Death Knight mind control you? Because you can mind control undeads, and I wonder if you Lichborn if you can get MC'd. Gonna be Silence, Intro, Stun. Altis IBFs with an AMS. Try to deal with some of the damage from Chill Pills. Is gonna be that stun with the dragon that doesn't hold long at all. The Chill Pills got some damage. Altis doesn't have a lot of health. It looks like they obliterate for Chill Pills being a Night Elf. Extra long hands. Got that range. Slamming it down against the other Death Knight. Showing him who is the DK Overlord here. Supreme Kai is going to be up next as a Nightborn. Oh, I can't tell what kind of eyes you got, but you're definitely using some of the new customizations. Supreme, trying to see if you can suplex down on Chill Pills. Chain of Ice is Chill Pills' best friend. The images are doing quite a bit of damage. Supreme Kai overshoots with a roll just by a little. Try to see if you can roll back towards Chill Pills. The slows are just so delimitating right now. They're just absolutely suppressing any movement. Supreme Kai does not play the jab legendary either by the looks of it. Otherwise, he would have had a much easier time staying on chill pills. I can't tell if you have the big eyes or the small eyes. The narrowed eyes is what I really like on Nightborn. In cap on the chill pills with a karma chill pills. It's trying to hoof it out of there. Gonna be more slows as Supreme Kai overshoots yet again. He needs to cancel out that serpent kick as soon as he can in order to just catch up to chill pills for a quick second. He wants to be able to stay on top of him. So far, Chill has been able to avoid a lot of the bursts between Zoen, Images, as well as BDP, trying to meet Chill Pills with the Fist of Fury Lexia, but as he trinkets out of it, Supreme Kai doesn't really have a lot of defenses to work with. No trinket anymore. Actually, trinkets wide. No, he did get a trinket for last second, and then an obliterate came slamming down. And Bocce Desu is going to be up next as another enhancement Shaman, already having to wall and sitting at less than half health, is going to have to start healing as soon as possible. Chill Pills trying to end these duels quickly before the dampening ramps up, and we were seeing only 3% dampener. Chill Pills getting blasted with Wind Strikes, trying to show big heals, but Bocce just goes in for the massive chain harvest, doesn't give him much of a chance, and has the momentum scaling into Chicago next. It's going to eliminate the totems from Chicago as it tried to lock down Bocce. He still has quite a bit of damage rolling for a little bit stunned by Bocce. Is going to try to see if he can land a hex on Chicago. Going to be a trick for Chicago with an interrupt. It's going to be a short interrupt that doesn't keep Bocce locked out of nature spells for too long, and it's going to be a sentence out of Chicago. Bocce can maybe get himself a hex out to Chicago. He might be able to CC it, trying to see if he maybe can get himself healing. That's going to be that. Oh, was Chicago dropping down? Did they drop down the ground? Chicago doesn't even have grounding totem. Chicago didn't get an interrupt there, but didn't get a grounding totem either. Maybe Bocce dropped down the grounding, but Chicago tried to wind shear and the grounding absorbed it. That might have been what happened. Into a storm, into a transfusion after that Thunder Sun combo, but just to find himself extremely low in health. Does he have any more healing? He has the mana, but is the Maelstrom there? Chicago maintained themselves fully in healing, almost drained the life out of Bocce with that Phage Transfusion. And that's going to be Bocce. Actually turns some damage around to Chicago, though Chicago has plenty of healing. Playing Junai does have the healing Naru heal. It heals him over time, which is a lot more amped than the original iteration of it. Wall up for Bocce is going to be stuck in place for a second, trying to deal with the totems, trying to deal with Chicago, and actually turns the damage back towards Chicago. Chicago maintaining that lightning shield, so playing the lightning elementals. Looks like Bocce is also lightning shield as well, so he's going for as much self heals as possible. Earth elemental joining fight for, I think, Chicago. It looks like Chicago, since the elemental is attacking Bocce. And the Orc, the Horde, the Team 1 Shaman is a little bit behind on health. He has the mana, but does he have the Maelstrom? It looks like he was using, well, who used Ghost Wolves just now? I think it was Chicago used Ghost Wolves, wasn't it? Oh no, I think it was Bocce that used Ghost Wolves. The Ghost Wolves, though, are attacking the Earth Elemental, which is super unfortunate. Maybe that's what Bocce is attacking right now. But at least he didn't get himself some Maelstrom. Chicago is going to have Earth Ghost Wolves themselves. And that's going to do quite a bit of damage to Bocce. Does get a full AoE stun. Does Bocce have no damage? Massive procs out of nowhere. Wall up for Chicago. But there's still super low Sunder into a stun. Bocce is super low in health. I think it might be over. Does get himself a heal last second. Chicago is back down to being low. Does Bocce have enough to stop him? Looks like Chicago is going to be able to get out of there. Going to be Dora shadows for Bocce. Trying to see if he can catch up to Chicago. Chicago with a Night Fate soul shape. It looks like Bocce is right on their tail. This is such an intense duel between these two Shamans. I cannot believe it's got this close. It's just a back and forth battle between the two. And Bocce tried to see if he can get this lava lashes on Chicago. Chicago super low in health. Doesn't have a lot of mana to work with. As long as they have Maelstrom, they might be able to sneak in one heal. There goes that one heal. Ghostwolf to try to stay and heal themselves while and Ghostwolf just continuing to heal. Maybe getting some Maelstrom from their lightning shield. Bocce with that massive chain harvest. Sunder onto Chicago. Trinkets out of it, even though the Sunder didn't last long at all. Wanted to make sure that they get away out of that CC as soon as possible. Sunder back onto Bocce with a stun of their own. With a Chariot Transfusion. Bocce does go for an interrupt. Looks like Chicago had to delay that Fate Transfusion by a second. Maybe it wasn't off cooldown just yet, and we're just trying to see if they could end it there. Gonna be a sentence out for Chicago. So is Bocce. Both of them just blasted each other with wind strikes. Who's gonna win? Bocce with the wall of Chicago needs to heal and has bow down. Oh my goodness, the Shaman. This guy right here is actually just nuts. Oh my god. Bocce Desu. It's Bocce Desu. I keep saying Bocce. It's Bocce Desu. Whoever's up next, this man is at least going to be able to get some mana and heal up. Whoever is dueling him is at least giving him the honor duel. Reverence looks like is going to try to see if he can get a gateway. Bocce Desu at least. I've got to call it Bocce. Bocce at least lets him get a full gateway up and running so that Reverence might have an easier time. Reverence pushing in versus Bocce, summoning up a Tyrant. It is going to be a massive Mortal Coil into Bocce, as well as the Tyrant blasting him out. Stun Totem coming down onto Reverence. It's going to stun all these pets. Bocce might actually have to back up out of there. That is also an Obelisk down. The Tyrant continued to get blasted around the corner. Reverence trying to land a fear. It looks like it is going to be grounded by Bocce. I was thinking maybe it was a Tremor, but it was just a ground. And Reverence might have used a... Did they use a Decimating Bolt? Reverence might have not used a Decimating Bolt just yet. Trying to get a slow into Bocce with a stun. Decimating Bolt coming out of Reverence as she's blasting damage. Massive Demon Bolt onto Bocce. Bocce with barely any health. Last Demon Bolt actually almost killed Bocce, but he did take a heal in between of it. And Reverence continued to push at Bocce. Trying to get more hand cooldowns out of those insta casts. Bocce leaping in. It's going to go for Chain Harvest, getting a bit of healing, some damage to Reverence. It's going to trick it out of the Mortal Coil. It's going to be Obelisk down. Reverence, though, taking a bit of damage. She decides to jump down with Wall and should be able to maintain themselves for a bit here. As Bocce staying on the top side platform, getting stunned by the Felguard. The Felguard not letting him get a lot of self-heal. Bocce dropping down a healing totem. Reverence with a couple instants. Needs to go for another Decimated Bolt with a CC chain into Bocce, though. It's going to jump down, maybe with a port upwards. It looks like Bocce decides, I want to stay up above. I want to stay up here. I'm just going to hit some pets, get some mana back up, get some cooldowns back up. He's trying really hard to get Reverence to somehow get juked on the port. Gotta be that Thunder. Reverence does port, but he doesn't go back up all the way to the top. He's actually just going to use the mobility for the port, just to gain some distance. Looks like the Felguard is down, is still up. So far, Bocce did not take down the Felguard. That's going to be a Mortal Coil. Reverence has himself a good setup with a Tyrant. Could be massive Demon Bolts to follow. Do they have the procs though? Bocce diving behind the pillar, as that is a lot of damage coming down. Needs to get a stun and CC on all these pets, trying to avoid the Tyrant as best as possible. Reverence trying to find an angle, but she is unable to. Bocce just cuddled back there, but the demons might end up taking him out before they know it. Instant cast with Demon Bolts coming out. Bocce does not have a wall for it. Does have the Maelstrom as well as the mana to deal with it. Another port, but Reverence interrupting their Fleshcraft, and Reverence is trying to get the hell out of there. And Bocce getting hit with a stun. Super low on health. Another Demon Bolt does a ton of damage. Needs another heal. Hand cooldowns are coming out. Needs more Maelstrom. Gonna be a Chain Harvest off of those pets into an Ascendance. Just trying to do whatever they can. Maybe range damage for Reverence is all they might need. Needs a bit of auto attacks. Wind Strikes is not able to continue attacking Reverence unless they jump off the bridge. Reverence definitely has a port backup unavailable. Mortal Coil sent as Bocce dives under the bridge. Fear coming out with a Decimated Bolt to follow. Could be really bad. It's gonna be a leap. Does Reverence have any instant cast? 1, 2 Decimated Bolt. Do they have a third one? And the third one takes him out. Reverence able to keep playing and battle Bocce. Yo, that was such a good duel. Chill Pill slamming out of the park, but Bocce holding ground strong. You like the night of gameplay? I did, Chill Pills. I didn't delay the Fated Suit because of mana. Oh, okay. It was mana. Okay. I didn't even realize, because I saw you stand there for a second. I was like, was it a cooldown thing? I didn't even realize it would have been a mana thing.